BookTube, so as many of you know, the One of Us is Lying Peacock show is set to come out, and so I set out to find out all the information we currently have about this show, including the casting, who the directors are, and what they've worked on in the past. So yeah, let's get right into it. So on the Peacock website, it says that the show is set to come out later this year. It doesn't specify a date, but it does say that it's going to come out later this year. And it's going to be 8 episodes long. Filming for the pilot was in Vancouver, and it lasted from November 2nd, 2019 to November 20th. But for the remaining 7 episodes, they were all filmed in New Zealand. And they started filming on May 10th, 2021, and are expecting to end a little more than 5 months after that. So now for the people who are making this movie. So we have Universal Content Production signed on. From what I found, haven't made that many movies, so we'll see how this goes, but they do have some producers that I am pretty excited about. So I really love our showrunner, Dario Madrana. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. And he has previously done Elite, which is another like young adult thriller kind of movie, and it's been rated pretty highly on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm really excited about him being the showrunner for this, and he's also going to serve as executive producer. And then we have Erica Saleh, I know I'm saying that wrong, from Evil, and she is also going to be an executive producer, but she also wrote the pilot. We have filmmaker and actress Jennifer Morrison, who's going to direct and produce, and specifically for the pilot, we know that Jennifer Morrison directed and wrote it. And you might know Jennifer Morrison for being Emma Swan in the ABC series Once Upon a Time. And then we have one more executive producer who is signed up on Google. I'm going off Google, and that is Matt Groesch. And this is the first thing he's ever done, so we'll see how that goes. And I've been hearing so much about Peacock lately, so I searched up, and this is actually the first of Peacock's pilot orders to have been picked up to be made a series, so that's great for young adult and books in general. Okay, now for the casting. Okay, when I read, I'm not really, I don't envision the characters in my head. I know a lot of people do. I'm just not that type of person. So I'm going off of the comments here when I say that they don't like the casting, that they don't think it necessarily matches what the characters look like in the books. But I don't much care about that, honestly. I care more about the acting that they give. That's just my personal take on it. I feel like they look close enough to what I envisioned. So as Bronwyn, they have casted Marianne Lee Tejada, and from what I've seen, this is her first major role. She has acted in The Purge and Orange is the New Black, but they were very minor roles. So this is going to be her first big role. So let's see how she does. As Simon, we have Mark McKenna, and actually he's been in some pretty decently big roles. But again, it's Simon. He's not going to be in here for long, unless they have, a lot of flashback scenes. But I don't know how many flashback scenes you can pull out of detention. There might be more, related to the story, but I don't think he'll be a major part of this adaptation. As Nate, we have Cooper Van Girdle, who this is also his biggest role so far. He's a decently big character in Go-Karts, but that movie wasn't even rated that highly, and it did come out in 2020. As Addie, we have Annalisa Cochrane, who has a decent list of acting credits, most notably Cobra Kai. And then as Cooper, we have Chibukim Uche, and this is also his biggest role so far. And then I'm just gonna read the rest of the cast out loud. As we've realized with the main cast, for most of them, this is their first major role. Most of them don't have a crazy amount of acting credits, except for Annalisa. I really do hope for the best here. And then for all the rest of the casting, if this means anything to you, because I don't know any of these people. As Jaina, who is Simon's best friend, we have Jessica McLeod. As Jake, Addie's boyfriend, we have Barrett Carnahan. As Maeve, ooh, this actually matters. As Maeve, Bronwyn's younger sister, we have Melissa Colazo. And she was the lead in Lena and the Snowball, so she has some acting credits. As Bronwyn's boyfriend, Evan, we have Martin Bob Semple. As Cooper and Nate's close friend, Chris, we have Karen Dean. As TJ, Vanessa's boyfriend, we have George Ferrier. As Lucas, Cooper's younger brother, we have Miles J. Harvey. As Keely, Cooper's girlfriend, we have Xenia Marshall. And as Vanessa, Addie's best friend, we have Sarah Thompson. Okay, now I want to quickly touch on the ages of our actors, because production companies have a habit of casting very middle-aged people as teenagers. Mark McKenna is 25. Cooper Van Girdle is also in his 20s. Annalisa is 25. Chibukin Uche is 21. So yeah, it's not shocking that they're older, but I just thought I'd note it because we barely ever get any teenagers playing teenagers. But yeah, guys, that is all the information I found on the One of Us is Lying Peacock show. I hope this gave you a little information. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye.